Hi everyone, if you're new to the channel, my name is Robert and I'm an accredited financial counselor and a financial coach, as well as a professional mortgage agent. As you guys are probably already aware, housing prices in Canada have been rising for decades, while the average incomes have been stalling. For this reason, a lot of people have been struggling to save up enough for a down payment and to get into the housing market. Essentially, the government is trying to help resolve this affordability crisis by making it easier for people who don't already own property to save for a down payment, tax-free, through the First Home Savings Account. By the end of this video, you will have a comprehensive understanding of what the First Time Home Savings Account is, how it works, if it accomplishes what it intends, and most importantly, steps to follow to take advantage of the First Home Savings Account if you earn a lower income. What is the First Home Savings Account? The FHSA came into effect on April 1st, 2023, but before it can be offered, financial institutions need to submit an application to the Canada Revenue Agency for review and approval to ensure that the account meets the First Home Savings Account requirements. Hopefully, the account will be offered by financial institutions this summer or sooner. The First Home Saving Account is a new registered account to help people save for their first home. Contributions made to the FHSA would be deductible and income earned in an FHSA would not be subjected to tax. Okay, now I get it. Some of you are probably thinking, well, this account is not any different from a tax-free savings account, also known as a TFSA, but it is. One key area of difference is that all contributions are tax deductible, so it can help boost your contributions. For example, if a person that makes $65,000 a year makes an $8,000 contribution to an FHSA and gets $2,500 back in their tax refund, that person can then put it in their TFSA. This means that by simply contributing the max amount per year and taking advantage of the tax deductions, your $8,000 contribution can turn out to be $10,500. This is pretty incredible. It gives first-time home buyers the ability to save $40,000 tax-free. How does the First Home Savings Account work? It combines the features of a regular retirement savings plan, RRSP, so contributions would be tax deductible. It also combines features of a tax-free savings account, TFSA. So withdrawals to purchase a first home would be non-taxable, like a tax-free savings account. When you use your RRSP under the home buyer's plan, you have up to 15 years to repay, and your repayment period starts the second year after your first withdrawal of funds. The good news is when you use your First Home Savings Account to buy a home, you don't need to pay it back. The only thing you would be required to do is close the account after you use the money for your single property. This is also an important time to remember. If you intended to use this account towards an investment property, then the withdrawal would not qualify for a tax-free withdrawal. It must be a principal residence, and the home buyers must move in within 1 year of purchase. If you have an FHSA and move out of the country, then you won't be allowed to make any qualifying withdrawals to purchase your first home. You must be a resident of Canada at the time of withdrawal and during the purchase of the qualifying home. It's possible that you may be subjected to a withholding tax of 25%. So speak with your accountant or your financial institution to find out how much you would be required to pay in taxes if this applies to your situation. How do FHSA contributions work? Your contribution room is $8,000 per year, up to a lifetime limit of $40,000. If you don't reach the annual limit, the unused portion can be carried forward. Common law partners and spouses are not allowed to participate in each other's accounts. Only the person named in the FHSA can make contributions or transfers. Eligibility requirements for the First Home Savings Account. To open an FHSA, you must be a resident of Canada and at least 18 years of age. Also, you can't have lived in a home that you owned either at any time in the year the account is opened or during the preceding 4 calendar years. The FHSA can be opened at most banks or credit unions, just like a TFSA and RRSPs. What investments are eligible within an FHSA? You can invest in mutual funds, publicly traded securities, government and corporate bonds, and guaranteed investment certificates within the account. So it's very identical to the tax-free savings account. Can you have a First Home Savings Account if you owned property before? The answer is yes, but only if you have not owned a home for the past 4 years, because that is the technical requirement of a first-time home buyer by definition. This is important because what naturally comes to mind when you hear the word first-time home buyer is first time, but it's also for those who haven't owned in a while as well. This could include those who have had to give up their homes due to divorce, job loss, or other reasons. What happens if you use the money saved in the FHSA for a non-home purchase or to not purchase a home? If you don't purchase a home after 15 years of opening the account, or by the end of the year you turn 71, you would have to transfer the funds to an RRSP or registered retirement income fund, or withdraw it on a taxable basis. If you make a withdrawal of money but do not use it towards the purchase of a home, then you would be required to pay taxes. The only way to not have to worry about paying taxes is if you use the funds specifically for your first home purchase. Does the first home savings account actually help with the housing affordability crisis? The answer, in my opinion, is absolutely yes, and here's why. Each person has a lifetime limit of $40,000. So if you purchase a home with a partner, that's $80,000 tax-free, plus any interest earned. You can also combine the first home savings account with the home buyer's plan and cash out $35,000 in RRSPs. And if you purchase a home with a partner, that's $70,000 on a tax-free basis, which I mentioned earlier gives you a repayment window of 15 years that starts the second year after you withdrew the funds. That's $150,000 that you can use towards a down payment for your first home if you're purchasing with a partner, or $75,000 if you're purchasing alone. Initially, the first home savings account did not allow first-time home buyers to use both the first home savings account and the home buyer's plan together. But now, the legislation that included the first home saving account allows individuals to withdraw from both accounts when purchasing a home. This is significant amount of money, and it can be used towards a down payment, considering that if you're a first-time home buyer, you shouldn't be looking to purchase the average home. You should set your sights slightly lower than average. If you're earning a lower income, don't just throw your money into an FHSA. The reality that home buyers are facing right now is that it costs more to buy a home now than it did in 2022 due to inflation and the high standard of the mortgage stress test. These factors cannot and should not be ignored. So if you're making 40 or 50K per year, you might be reluctant to put money into an FHSA, because if you need the money for a major expense, then you would have to pay taxes on the money you withdraw from your FHSA compared to your TFSA. However, as a mortgage agent and a financial coach, I can tell you that in order to benefit from the FHSA, you must be serious about looking to buy your first home, or else it can lead to financial harm. So for this reason, I would caution against those on a lower income to just open up an FHSA without first speaking to a financial counselor or coach. I would instead recommend anyone who is serious about taking advantage of this FHSA on a lower income to reach out directly to me at MoneyTimeCoaching.com so we can strategize the best financial approach to helping you successfully achieve your homeownership goals. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this helpful content going forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and become an official member of Money Time Coaching. Your wallet and your future self will thank you.